Hey, I'm Bob. I've been totally blind since birth, and I'm into Star Wars and Star Wars dramatic audio adaptations. So we talked about Dark Forces, a part of Star Wars Legends in the last video. Today I wanted to talk about some more Star Wars Legends titles. Even though they're non-canonical, they're still a heck of a lot of fun to delve into. We're going to be talking about Tales of the Jedi, Dark Lords of the Sith, and to some extent, the Sith War. So these are all set, as I said, in Star Wars Legends, and they're set about 4,000 years before the births of Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa. And I mean, they're set in the days of the Old Republic. This is when the Jedi are plentiful, but so too is the dark side. There's always a dark side to be reckoned with. And in Tales of the Jedi, we get to meet Ulic Quel-Droma, and he is our main protagonist, or one of them. And they're sent to the planet of Onderon, Ulic and his fellow Jedi, and they're trying to see what the fuss is about on Onderon. The dark side is very strong there, and there's a group of beast riders. They're trying to attack the capital city of Onderon from the jungles, and they're wanting to overthrow the Onderonian government. Yes, I'm aware that Onderon is now canon in Star Wars. I absolutely love that. So behind all of this is none other than the ghost of a Sith Lord, and his name is Freedon Nad. And it's awesome to see Freedon, even though he doesn't have a physical body, he is still tempting. He is still getting all the right Sith tomes and Sith objects into the hands of those he deems fit to wield them. And I love Sith Ghosts in Star Wars Legends. I think their attraction to places of dark side energy, their attraction to ancient Sith artifacts, that's the only thing keeping them on the mortal plane, because Sith ghosts have a very precarious grasp on the mortal plane. They seem to be able to be snuffed out into nothingness somewhat easily, but I doubt that they would be able to maintain their foothold on the mortal plane without these ancient objects and these ancient places of Sith power. And it's really cool to see Freedon setting pieces on his chessboard, and he's got his eye on a potential Sith Lord in the making in Tales of the Jedi. And in Dark Lords of the Sith, well, it's quite a bit darker than Tales. And we get to meet an angry young man who is on his way to becoming a Sith Lord. And his name is Exar Kun. Kun is voiced in the dramatic audio edition by Peter Renaday, who did the voice of Master Splinter in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1987 cartoon. He also did the voice of Mandrake the Magician in one of my favorite shows I used to watch on Sci-Fi Cartoon Quest, Defenders of the Earth. So hearing Peter bringing Exar Kun to life with his vocal performance, man, he stole the show for me. I also love the guy who did the voice of Freedon Nad. I need to look up who he was in both Tales of the Jedi and Dark Lords of the Sith. I think Nad had a different voice actor in Dark Lords. But Dark Lords was fascinating because I think it was the first time I ever heard of the Sith world of Korriban. And Korriban is, well, I guess it's Morriban in the Clone Wars. But in Legends, this world was where many ghosts of Sith Lords gathered. They stuck to their sarcophagi. They clung to their mummified mortal remains. And like I said, I feel like the only way the Sith were able to maintain a presence in the mortal realm of existence after death was because they were selfish. They selfishly clung to objects. They selfishly clung to places that made them powerful. And that was how, they were snuffed into the void. They were blown away into nothingness in so many cases. And it was awesome to learn about this creepy graveyard world. I wonder what it looks like. Those of you who are able to look up pictures of Korriban, let me know what you see. I imagine this world of perpetual twilight and mists. It's pretty much always Halloween night there on Korriban, and I imagine these skeletal trees that are looming over miles and miles of mausoleums and graveyards, things like that. Korriban is a place you would not want to take your kids to trick or treat. I mean, there are also these dark side beasts roaming the planet, and it was just a really fascinating world to be able to visit. And we actually get to go to Yavin 4 in Dark Lords of the Sith. I was amazed to learn that, you know, this planet, in Star Wars Legends anyway, it had a great significance in the dark side of the Force, as well as the light side. And, I mean, the old saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, it kind of encapsulates Dark Lords of the Sith, because it's all about Jedi who want to destroy the dark side by wielding the dark side, and we all know how well that works out. It's all about the fall of a few Jedi from grace and the fall into the dark. And I would have loved to have been able to read or listen, in my case, to the Sith War, but the trilogy was only a duology on audio. I remember at the end of the Dark Lords of the Sith adaptation, we have witnessed 2 Jedi falling into the dark, and forces are being marshaled, and everyone's being called to war. And the last words on that audio were, "This is only the beginning." And I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see what happens. And of course, we never got that on audio, the Sith War. I've read Wikipedia articles. I know that the Mandalorians side with the Sith, and that really probably heats things up quite a bit. We get this big battle on Coruscant. We get a lightsaber duel with Exar Kun and his former Jedi Master Vodo-Siosk. We get to go back to Yavin 4 and see Exar Kun making his final stand against the Jedi. And if you guys are able to read those comics, let me know what you think. I can't wait to watch that Disney Plus show, The Acolyte. From what I understand, that's going to be set, I guess, during the days of the Old Republic. It's going to be all about the dark side, hopefully. From what we know, I believe that's what it's going to be about. So what do you guys think? Are you up for a Disney Plus show steeped in the dark side? I've always enjoyed the Sith, and seeing how they go about stabbing each other in the back and fighting Jedi. I shouldn't have as much of a fascination with the dark side as I do, but Sith are they're cool. Like 13-year-old me from 1997 or so, he kind of rears his head sometimes when hearing about things like the Acolyte, and he thinks, oh wow, we're going to get to see Sith Lords, and we're going to get to go see Sith home worlds, and it's going to be awesome. I don't know. So what do you guys think? Are you up for shows like that on Disney Plus? If you have read the Sith War in comic format, what'd you think? And would you be up for stuff like this in canon? Just straight up Jedi versus Sith and, epic lightsaber duels with like scores of Sith fighting scores of Jedi on this twilight world of Morabon, as they call it now in Star Wars canon. I would love to see stuff like that. Anyway, I don't want this video to turn into an hour-long video in which I just say how excited I am to witness Jedi versus Sith. I think it's awesome. I'm just going to call this a video, and I will hear you guys in the next Star Wars related video. May the Force be with you, preferably the light side, and I'll hear you next time.